We're back, everyone. Did I wake you up? We're back. The audio's been fixed. We sorted that one out. We apologise for last week. What had happened is the fucking Audacity, which is what we record on, decided to go back to default settings. Which meant that everything was being picked up through the laptop itself, and it just fucked it, and I didn't catch it in time, so we recorded an hour and 20 and blah blah blah. That's why it sounds shit. But we're back with some decent microphones again, as you can hear. So yeah, hello, welcome back everyone. We're here.
We are. I apologise also for the terrible sound quality, and thanks to everyone that managed to make it through. Because it was awful. It was awful.
I listened to it in the van on the way in with Mark, and because he was like, "How did it go?" And I said, I was so angry because I said it was such a good episode. I said we fucked it on the audio, so we listened to it and made me even more angry. And he jumped out of the van. I was like, "This sounds shit."
Yeah, it was proper annoying, man. It was proper annoying, but it was either put that out or put nothing out. So
yeah, we
decided to put something out.
Exactly. So we can crack on now. We've just been enjoying our pizzas.
Yeah, thanks for that.
A little. We haven't been keeping up. We did a couple of quizzes, and for the what was it from episode 15 up to episode 20, something like that. It was whoever lost had to buy the other person pizza, and obviously we all got pizza, and I lost, and I paid for it, and we've eaten half of it, feeling a bit chunky.
Feeling very full and content. And we've also got
later
caffeine to get us through.
And it's very little to talk about, but so much at the same time.
So much, but you're not allowed. This is the problem. I
feel
restricted.
God of War. Just wrote on the list, it was my intro, God of War, outro. Because, God of War's just enveloped. Thank maggot patrons as well.
Thank the maggot Patreons.
Didn't say that one. Yeah, thanks everyone on the Patreon for giving us your dough. You effectively paid for this pizza. So this cost us absolutely nothing, really.
Thank you, worms.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Patreon.com/what's the buttons. If you want to give us some money, please give us some dough.
He says I've got a square head.
You're so done in by this, aren't you? What? Is this why you're quiet?
I'm just very full.
Ash is great. He looks like Kratos. Massive beard. All you need is a red strip going down your fucking head, and you'll be there. Minus the massive muscles that he's got. And for some reason, Ash has decided to grow his hair out, and he's been doing this for what seems like 6 months, and there's about fucking 4 weeks worth of growth on there. And all I did was make a point of when he took his hat off today, I went, "Fuck me, your head's square," and he's taking it to heart. I don't know why.
Can we just highlight? He said that's all he did. That's all he did. Fuck me, your head's square.
What?
And then I said, "That's not very nice, Reece. You've really hurt my feelings." And he went, "SpongeBob SquareAsh, SpongeBob SquareAsh." Then I cried, and he carried on laughing.
You've taken it a bit harder than I thought you really would. I thought you knew. That's the thing.
I thought I knew I had a square head. Oh wow.
What? Look, what's done is done. I think you should shave it, but
I come round here with swagger in my step, thinking I've had a nice trim here. I look sharp as a razor.
Yeah.
He's mugged it right off. I feel disgusting.
At no point did I say that you weren't swagger or sharp as a razor.
I've got a square head.
Yes, I just pointed out the fact
and
that
no hair on the
the
top.
side of your head is square. There's right angles on your head.
Oh, God.
And he ran straight to the mirror. He's licking his hands. He's trying to flatten it down.
It's fashion,
He's
bro.
going, "It's the hat. It's the hat.
It's fashion.
It's
Come on, it's fashion. I'm just keeping up with the times.
Shave that motherfucker off.
Nah, bro.
In honour of God of War.
Nah, Jem likes my hair long, so I'm going to give her one last shot because I've already said to her, once it gets buzzed off again, that's it. It's never coming back.
It's never coming back.
I'm not doing this again.
Yeah.
So.
How long are you going to keep your beard? How are you going to keep growing that? Or
Through winter.
And then what?
Through Thimble winter.
Through Thimble winter, and then you're taking it off.
I don't know.
take it off.
I'll see how we go.
So you're just going to keep growing it as long as possible?
Yeah, keep it growing. My mate's growing a moustache for a year.
Yeah.
For a full calendar year.
Sounds
So
decent.
it's going to be interesting to see
Yeah.
how that turns out. Oh, I've got a bit of bellyache now after that pizza.
I've been growing my hair for over a year.
Yeah, I know, but look how much hair you've got. If I grew my hair for over a year, it wouldn't be nowhere near as long as that.
You'd have stubble on your head.
I'd finally get to stubble stage.
You're yearning for that fringe.
I've got a double crown. That's why it looks bold.
A double crown? No, it just is going bold.
Yeah, and the double crown doesn't help.
Is that the McDonald's tick?
No.
Like
You fucking arsehole.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm being so. I think it's because money's left my bank account for someone else, and it's bugged me.
Is that the McDonald's logo? You said tick. You went.
Yeah. Sorry. I
You
apologise.
meant Nike tick.
Look,
you're confused. But you've just said I got McDonald's logo on my head. I'm gonna make sure Jem listens to this intro.
Yeah. Sorry, I apologise, Gemma. She's gonna kill me.
No, it's all good. I don't take it seriously.
Right, we're getting sidetracked here because this podcast is about God of War.
Yeah, and nothing else.
We've already decided because it really ain't been out fucking long. Neither of Ash is far further ahead than I am. I've got about 7 hours.
Almost double.
Yeah, and you got 13 and a bit, 14 hours. So you're right.
Yeah, I'm just listening to my own voice to make sure it's coming through on my headset, and it is. So we're good.
Oh, what, did you turn it down?
Yeah, I had it right down.
Oh, okay. We good?
Yeah.
Right.
Until we listen back to this podcast and it's just you talking to yourself and you can't hear me.
I'll put the fucking microphone through the fucking screen. I'll be so angry about it. I want to double check.
I think it'd be a very funny episode if it's just you talking and laughing with no context as to what you're talking and laughing about.
It would sound fucking mental, wouldn't it?
That'd be great.
Wait, if you I'm paranoid now. This is what it's going to be. Every episode for probably like another 10 episodes, I'm going to be say something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Right, cool.
We're fine. Anyway, God of War. We decided that we'd keep it absolutely spoiler free. We're trying desperately to avoid spoilers. I've already almost seen a couple. And there's people saying, I've platinumed it already and blah, 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 blah. So I'm just trying to avoid as much shit as possible.
How? How have people platinumed it?
Because some people have already had it for like a week.
Oh, fair. I was going to say, because I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing like, there's a lot to platinum this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I haven't done or even touched.
I haven't even looked at the trophies. I don't want to, in case I spoil something.
I never do.
So in line with that, we are going to talk about God of War, obviously, but we're not going to talk about anything that happens, really. I don't even think talking about cutscenes and shit, because even though I think most of it won't be spoilers as such, I think for viewing pleasure, if you're anticipating playing the game, I don't want to spoil it for you, because this game's fucking mental.
What we will do next week, providing we've both finished it, is at the end of the episode, we will cut off and say, goodbye to you that haven't played God of War or do not care for spoilers, and then we'll carry on.
Yeah.
And we'll do a review.
And we'll talk about it.
Just to talk everything and get it all out in the open, so at least you got more than enough time and understanding to leave before we get onto the topic.
Exactly. And I can't wait for it.
So go ahead. You can start.
I got the collector's edition. It arrived. I didn't take the day off work. I stayed at work. And it arrived before I actually got home. Steph was lovely enough to open it up and put the game on download for me, so it was ready for me to go straight away when I got home.
That's lovely.
Collector's edition is sick. It's fucking awesome. I really like it. Ash couldn't get hold of one. Well, no, you could have. But you fucked it.
I did exactly what I always do.
Yeah.
And say I don't want something until I can't get it, and then I want it and I can't get it. And
I was so angry at you and for you. What happened is I got the collector's edition. As most of you already know, I was fighting to get hold of the Jotnar edition, and I had the PlayStation Direct store shortcutted onto my phone, so I only had to fucking press one button and it would load it all up. So I was doing that because it kept saying Jotnar edition coming soon. And then obviously it's like, well, on the day of release they're going to be fucking announced. So all of that entire day, when I got a spare minute, I was opening it and nothing. And then they come out. The Jotnar editions come out at 9 o'clock. and they were sold out by 30 seconds past 9 o'clock. They were gone like that. They were just gone. Whereas the collector's editions were still sat there, and I had that tab open for an hour because I was humming and hawing over it because I thought, I could buy one, and not to resell, but I could buy one on the off chance that there's someone I know who's been trying to get hold of one, and I can say, oh look, I've got one here, you can have it for retail. And I messaged Ash and I said, Yotnar edition's gone, collector's edition's still up. And he read it, said nothing. Nothing. And then an hour later, he goes, oh, if you happen to see a collector's edition, can you buy it for me? I've got the money. Fuming.
Rip to me. Rip to
I was
me.
so angry. I was like, why the fuck didn't you say? I could have bought you one.
Because I deserve
straight
everything I
away.
get. I'll tell you
It's
why.
ridiculous.
I'll tell you why. Because I didn't want one. I wanted one, but I couldn't afford it, really. I could, but I couldn't afford it.
Right.
And then, what we just spoke about,
Mm.
what happens in the game,
Mm.
that cool stuff
Mm.
with the...
With the stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
I want that.
I need that.
I want the
I
stuff.
want the stuff.
Yeah, and now that you've seen the stuff.
And and then shout out to Leng Dog. He boxed it all up. I arrived. He was like, come with me.
Mm.
There it is. He let me unbox it as if it was mine, which is bittersweet.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the gesture.
I put it all back in its packets and everything.
Shout out to friend of the show, Sam, by the way. Tweeted What's the Buttons earlier. Oh, at What's the Button, I suppose. That's what her actual name is, but neither there nor there. He said that his still hasn't arrived after Amazon promised it to him on Wednesday with 4 angry sweary faces and 1 angry not swearing face.
What has he got?
I don't know. He just said, I think he's just talking about God of War in general. So spare a thought for Sam. No God of War.
Oh my God, none.
That's pain.
Why has he done that then?
But as I said to him, it's worth the wait.
It is 100% worth the wait. But so limited information, Sam. Is it the normal edition that you bought, or is it a special like collector's or Yotnar edition? Because I'm trying to figure out why you would buy it from Amazon if it was just the game, when you could have just bought it off the PlayStation Store and pre-downloaded it. Unless you're after disc.
People like the physicals, man. I've
Yeah,
only
that's
just
true,
started going onto the digital only for this reason, just the ease of it.
I think it's a bit of a kick in the bollocks having the steelbook from the collector's edition and there's no disc in it. I know we spoke about this, but the fact that they put in the holes for you to put discs in, that pisses me off. Because so you've done everything you need to do, bar put the fucking disc in it. You've left it, so I could put Hannah Montana in there if I wanted to. You know what I mean? It's just bollocks. I'm sure it's probably meant for if you have the physical copy of Ragnarok and the physical copy of the previous God of War, you can probably put them in the same steelbook. But yeah, that fucking sucks. Why? I don't understand why Amazon would. Surely you can get some compensation for that, especially on a pre-order.
Well, it's funny because when the PS5s come about, I pre-ordered my PS5 from Amazon, and I managed to get another one on Argos. And just because I could, I bought it because I knew someone would want it.
Yeah.
So being the nice guy I am, I bought it, asked around who wanted it. Person that wanted it, I said, all right, no worries. He gave me the money, cool. Release day comes.
Oh, I know the person that wanted it.
Release day comes. His one turns up. Mine doesn't.
Yeah.
He came around mine. Not even a proper gamer, really.
Yeah.
The man's got too much money.
Yeah.
And I passed him the PlayStation, and mine still hadn't arrived. Knowing that he probably didn't even play it that night.
I would have told him to fuck off.
And I was like,
mate, you can wait for my one to arrive.
To be fair, he was like, you can just have that one if you want. But then I'm thinking, like, deal or no deal. I'm thinking, well, what if I swap the box and my box is fucked? Then I start thinking, nah, if I do that and I've got the shit one, then you're like, well, what if my one turns up and it's broken? So yeah, anyway, I gave him his. Mine turned up a day late, and mate, the stress. I thought because I was seeing it everywhere, all on Twitter, Instagram, people saying that their PlayStation was going missing.
Yeah.
People were stealing them in the post
stolen.
and stuff. Yes.
Steph had the same thing when the Nintendo Switch came out because
Kevin Kenroy has passed away at the age of 66.
I don't know who that is.
Batman. No, Batman, original Batman, cartoon Batman.
Oh.
R.I.P. It's just popped up. That's a shame. R.I.P. Kevin Conroy. Sorry.
Sorry.
Steph for the Switch.
Okay. She pre-ordered it, and it was delayed. It didn't show up. And she drove around because she obviously fucking angry trying to find, because she bought the Neon edition, and she couldn't find one for love nor money and had to wait. I think it was like a week or something. It was a while. She had to wait for it on a pre-order as well. You're fucking fuming about it. But shout out to Game. I know that I was very, very humming and hawing about them, and if they were going to be shit, but they really weren't. So obviously I pre-ordered the Ragnarok controller as well. I need to show you that.
It's fire.
Do you see that it says God of War Ragnarok on the underside
It's
of
fire.
it? It looks fucking...
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
You bet.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I just got overexcited. I told you this is what happens when I eat pizza. It's more beautiful than my wife on our wedding day.
She's going to listen to the intro on this, and she's
obviously not going to now.
She's going to listen to the rest of the fucking...
She will not listen to it now. I will not allow it. That's to prove that she doesn't listen to it.
Yeah.
Because she would have a go at me if she did.
Yeah. She wouldn't have a go at you. She'd eat your head like a praying mantis.
Yeah. But so, it is so beautiful.
That controller looks fucking sick. So Game were really good in that they sent me 4 or 5 different emails, and then I got the tracking info, and then I got the text to say the hourly slot, and then I could see a bit weird that the controller and the game turned up separately. So the controller turned up first. I hadn't told Steph. So the box turned up for the controller, and so she opened it because she was like, I thought you'd been gypped because the box turned up really
the box turned up without a controller in it.
No. The controller turned up first, and then the collector's edition of God of War turned up separately. So she was expecting God of War to turn up. This tiny little box turns up with just a controller in it. So she was like, I opened it because I thought you'd been mugged off, and she was like, when'd you get this? She's like,
come with it, babe.
She's like, when did you buy this? No, that was it. She said, because she was like, I've looked at all the editions. And she said, controller don't come with it, does it?
That'd have been my first thing. No, babe, come with it, babe.
No, yeah. And she was like, oh, so that means now you got 2 controllers so we can play games together. She was like, that's obviously why you did it, wasn't it? And I was like, yeah. So that's exactly why. Yeah, that controller looks fucking sick. And then the collector's edition turned up quick time, turned up at I think it was 20 to 1 or something. So I was still out and about. And yeah, fucking...
It was a momentous day. It's a momentous occasion. And it just goes to show how much God of War means to people.
Yeah.
I took 2 days off work to get in as many hours as I could because I want to plough through it. I don't want to be spoiled on this. It means a lot to me. The first one meant a lot to me. I actually spoke to Corey Barlog, the creative director of the first one. I think he's played part in this. I don't think he directed this one, but he was a big part. I'm not sure on that, but I believe that's the case. And so it means a lot to me. I took a couple of days off. I don't want no spoilers. I ploughed through as much as I could as a family man. What is that? Is that your belly or your ass?
Sorry, that was my ass.
Wowzers.
They won't hear that, but we've
it.
drawn attention to it now.
Yeah, congrats. It's got a kick to it.
Carry on.
So yeah, it means a lot. I've got as many hours as I can. We should talk about God of War because we haven't.
Yeah.
What are your feelings?
Can I just quickly say, for everyone listening and for everyone that will listen in the future, this man is sacrificing. You've just heard him how much this means to him. This man is sacrificing his gameplay experience because he's so scared of receiving spoilers of the plot to God of War Ragnarok. This man is avoiding all side missions and beelining the main story just so he can complete it and then return back to the game and do all the explore. He's not even exploring. He's not exploring. He's just fucking straight for the main campaign and get it out of the way so that there's nothing spoiled for him. And I find that mental because I was sort of saying, yeah, I want to rush through it real quick and everything. And then once I started playing, the first side quest that popped up, straight on it. I was like, for the developers and for myself, I said, I am going to explore every fucking inch of this game and I'm going to do everything. But I suppose...
Chance of a play?
I think possibly, yeah. I think so. Like I say, I haven't looked at the trophies yet. But, yeah, I reckon I might platinum this one.
Have you ever platinumed anything?
No, I've never been bothered.
Be your first ever platinum.
It'll be crazy, won't it? God of War Ragnarok will be my first platty if I can be bothered to do it. But I just find it crazy. Maybe it's because obviously my hours, I don't have children, so in the 2 day, if I had 2 days off, I would have sunk in more than fucking 14, 15 hours easily. So obviously I know your time's limited, so I guess you're more prone for the spoilers, and I'm going to finish it probably quicker than you will, so there's sort of like a little...
There's many reasons. Obviously I don't
FOMO.
get as much spare time as you, because I've got responsibilities with the children and stuff, and that's fine, not a problem. So if I get the opportunity to get through it as quickly as possible to avoid the spoilers, because it will ruin the experience for me if there's a spoiler. It really will.
Definitely, man.
I really want to see how this story ends, because this story's ending in this game.
Yeah, this
They've
shit,
said that themselves.
Yeah, it's so story driven.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking.
Every time there's a cutscene, I'm excited. I am like,
my
what is
controller
gonna happen
goes
now?
to the floor. I put it down so I can watch it.
Yeah, and then a quick time event comes.
Yeah, I go, fuck, I fucked it.
Yeah. Yeah,
But no, back to what you asked. This my opinions on this game so far. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. I was playing it on my setup with my old telly, and obviously my PlayStation being in a different fucking building. I'm in there on my own, and Steph kept saying, she was like, "I'll just bring it into the bedroom and play it," but she was like, understandable if you don't want to. And I caved in after about 10 minutes. I went, fuck it. I said I don't like this because she's missing out on this story as well. So I said, fuck it, I'll bring it over. Her telly compared to mine is fucking incredible. It's ridiculous. Sorry, Steph, I apologise for anything I've ever said about your telly, because she has told me, she said honestly, like, my telly's better than yours, and I've always gone, nah, fucking ain't. It fucking is. 4K, HDR, like, I know that's not a groundbreaking thing anymore, but this game, on this console, on this telly, looks fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible. I've gone for the quality setting and not the performance.
100%.
Because I believe that the PS5 will not struggle to run this on the performance side of it.
Confused. I'm 100% performance. I don't know. I can only deal with 60 FPS. Is it still 60?
Yeah.
Is it? I'll stick it on the quality then.
Yeah,
I thought
fucking 30 frames.
Yeah, no, I need 60 at all times.
No, it helps with the rendering and stuff like that. And when there's more shit, it ensures that those frames stay up, which you might need on the PS4. But I don't see the PlayStation 5 struggling and keeping up with FPS. I've had it on quality the entire time, and I haven't had a single issue.
Normally, when they have that option, if you put it on quality, it frame locks it to 30.
No,
if they don't do that in this, then I'll whack it down.
I don't believe so. I mean, I could be wrong. However, I haven't noticed a difference. So even if it is locking it to 30 frames per second, I haven't noticed a fucking difference. And I have played them on both to see, and it just looks better in obviously quality. But in terms of actual performance, I don't notice any fucking difference.
Well, yeah, people are just... The reason I'm rushing, obviously I don't want spoilers, but people are just not sensitive to other people. Especially like the kids are on YouTube watching whatever.
They don't give a fuck.
And then they'll just be on the thumbnails. It will just show you something. It will just be a thumbnail.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, now you've just...
You spoiled it.
Yeah, spoiled something. I didn't know they was in it. I didn't know this was happening. And it's just like, brilliant, thanks very much. So it takes away that moment. So that's why I'm trying to get through it. Even on Twitter today, someone's posted what we spoke about, and luckily, obviously, I've already seen that. But so I watched it again because it was just aghast. So I watched it again, and the lads that I was working with today, they don't play this stuff. So I was like, look at this, look how cool this is.
Yeah.
And even they were like, whoa, that's
because it is fucking sick.
So cool. And But if I hadn't seen that, or if I hadn't played that already, that would have infuriated me. I wouldn't have watched it, but I would have been ruined just by seeing it.
It's going to sound so weird listening back to this, because obviously we're talking about shit that we know about, but don't want anyone else who doesn't know. So talking about it,
it's difficult.
They're not going to fucking understand it.
It's a fucking minefield.
But I know the scene that you're talking about, and I think I haven't watched a cutscene like that in a game that has made me completely forget about my surroundings, anything what I'm fucking sat on, what if it's night or day outside. I was so focused on the telly and being so immersed in what I was what my eyeballs were fucking seeing, and I haven't had that for such a long time. Probably, maybe The Last of Us Part 2 was the last time I had anything remotely similar to that type of... It was like watching a movie. And it was. And then it fucking went to gameplay and it was still the same fucking graphics.
Nice.
Like I'm playing in a movie. It was just mental, but... and that wasn't even far in. It's like, fucking hell.
Shout out to Ryan Hurst as well.
Mm.
How good is he? How his
It's
voice,
fucking sick,
his
innit?
voice.
And I swear they've
Whoever
made him...
cast him,
They've
is
made him look a
perfect.
bit like
Yeah,
him
he
as
has.
well. And he's so big, man.
He's massive.
He's so big.
He dwarfs Kratos.
He's fucking huge. He's so fucking huge.
You seem like a calm and
Yeah.
reasonable
Some
man.
people want to go and some people aim to look like someone like Kratos. I'm aiming for Thor.
Oh yeah, it's
You
a
know
lot
what I
easier
mean?
to look like.
Yeah,
Thor.
I want to
Not the
look like
height,
Thor.
but
That
yeah.
geezer's fucking. He's awesome, man. He's fucking sick.
Well, we won't go into it, but yeah, he is. I've seen a lot of people tweeting and stuff as well, saying the Thor in this game is the best rendition of Thor in any
100%.
fictional version
Yeah,
of him.
I know. Obviously, it's the God of War Thor is the most accurate as to what Thor would look like.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ryan Hurst is just
What a
the
cast!
voice acting is
What a
fucking
casting that
sick.
is.
And he basically looks like Thor in the first place, anyway. You know what I mean? Like, he's a
Spot
big
on.
fucking
Yeah,
geezer, anyway.
Big biker, isn't he?
It's just fucking. Oh, he's my. I think Thor could quite easily be my favourite character in a game. Of maybe easily in the top 3, I think, because I fucking love him, man. I fucking love him. He's sick.
Yeah,
I'm all over it.
It's so good.
And I
It's
got
so
his
good.
hammer.
Things with God of War, like my excitement levels, like troughed. I wasn't hyped for it like I should have been. I was excited for it.
I think that's just because we've grown up a bit.
Yeah,
Because
but
I
it
was the same.
I was gassed for it when it was announced and stuff, and then it started petering off, and then Warzone and Destiny and all that, and I was like, I'm not gonna have time to play this. But as soon as it come out, as soon as I load it up, and the main menu and it's like, that theme kicks in. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
I'm
sick,
sitting
yeah.
forward.
Yeah,
Where's my
yeah.
coffee?
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, I got immersed. Yeah, I'm so immersed in it. I literally can't wait to finish this and go home and play it. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get myself a pint of coffee. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna sellotape my eyes, and I'm gonna go. I might even finish it tonight. As I say, I know the game's
You reckon? Yeah.
allegedly 30 to 40 hours.
It's-
I don't
it's-
know if that includes side quests,
This is what I mean.
but
'cause-
I haven't done anything.
Yeah, because I've heard 20 to 25 hours, but again, I've heard the same things that you've heard, and I don't know if the 40-hour mark is the cutscenes and everything else involved. But yeah, I'll have it done by Monday.
But
It'll be done by Monday.
I still feel like there's a fair bit what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I still feel like, I feel like I should be at the end. Like I'm thinking, come on now, it's got to be near the end.
I normally, because obviously, and this ain't a spoiler at all, but obviously you have different skills, don't you, for your weapons. I'm always guided sort of by how far you've made it down there, and I'm 7 hours in, and I would say that I've already got quite a few of them unlocked, and I feel like it unlocks a lot quicker than the previous God of War. They took forever to unlock all of them, whereas this time round it's battering through them quite quick. You keep nodding your head and smiling. You're it's so difficult to respond without. I'll tell you what. One little gripe, and it's both a gripe and a thank you. It holds your hand a lot. What setting did you pick? Difficulty setting.
Well, last God of War,
Yeah.
I started it on the hardest setting.
Right.
Quickly put it down a notch.
Yeah.
This one, I didn't go for the hardest setting.
Mhm.
I didn't go for the next hardest setting. I went for like the middle
You
one.
went balanced.
It's fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard.
I've died way more times than I thought I would.
I thought I'd be. I
Look-
looked at it and it was like, oh yeah, good story with a good combat fit
yeah.
challenge, and I was like, oh, it's
Fuck
one of
it.
them.
Yeah. I wanna
Bash them
enjoy it.
about, no worries.
Yeah. No.
No, bro,
No.
I've been getting some enemies have been whooping.
Yeah.
me.
I've been getting slapped up.
Yeah.
Slapped up.
It's perfect. It's the
The-
perfect balance because it's hard enough.
But the most difficult setting is Give Me God of War, is
Yeah.
what it's called. And did you see that once you pick that, you can go down in difficulty, but for that entire playthrough, you cannot go back up to it. So once you pick, if you pick the hardest difficulty and after half hour you go, fuck, this is too difficult, then put it on balanced. And then after a couple more hours you go, fuck it, I'll give it another crack at the hardest setting. You can't.
Well, that's why I platinumed the first one, because that I hate it when trophies are tied to that. It doesn't matter. As far as I know on this one, it doesn't matter what difficulty you complete it on. And the accessibility features on this are crazy. There's a setting where you can get, if you're struggling with a mini boss or maybe even a main boss, if you're struggling with a boss, it will give you boss checkpoints while you're fighting them.
Yeah.
So you haven't got to keep fighting them over and over again if you die.
I think
I won't put that on unless I'm fucking struggling, which I shouldn't be.
Yeah, but the back to the holding hand thing that I was on about. You noticed? You might not have had it though because you're only doing the main story, or you might have run into it. Atreus and Mimir give you hints and basically tell you what they do, but they've upscaled.
You missed some loot.
Yeah, well they've done it. They've done it a lot more this time. I've found.
Oh, massively.
There's been a couple of puzzles where I've been sort of like stuck on, and then Atreus just like straight up says, "It's that thing over there."
Yeah,
He's like pointing at it.
Why don't you try doing this very specific thing? I'm not giving you the answer, but I've exactly told you what to do.
I was talking to Steph about it while I was like playing it. And I was like, yeah, and she pointed it out. She was like, it does hold your hand quite a bit. And then literally, as she said it, Atreus was like pointing at something. He's like, let's go over there. And it's like, oh yeah. And you can turn that off. Yeah. But I don't want to because I actually quite like it.
No, I massively like it because some puzzles I get not frustrated, but I'm like, I can't even see what I'm supposed to be interacting with.
Yeah, because
it's like, why don't you hit that wind turbine? I'm like, what fucking wind turbine? You're telling me, and I can't see one.
I did one puzzle. I come up to it, and for the first time, I sat there looking around, and I couldn't figure out what to do. And I was like, I can't Google this.
No.
I was like, I have to do this, and it started stressing me out because I was like, I could probably Google it, but I was like, I'm gonna hit some spoiler. So exactly. I was like, I can't Google this. Luckily, Atreus was coming in clutch and Mimir were fucking pointed me in the right
nice
direction.
It's nice though. It's hand holding in that respect, but not really.
But not in the
Makes
combat.
It more organic as well. It's not like a hint text box has popped out.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, maybe try this.
Also, I just Googled it. You are right. Putting it in quality mode does lock it to 30 frames per second. But I can't notice it.
I just can't play 30
I can't notice
FPS
the difference.
anymore.
So when I jump back onto it, I might switch it over to performance and really take a look and see how it plays.
Oh, it's buttery
But
smooth.
it said that on the PS5 in performance mode, it still upscales all the graphics, so it will still look phenomenal. So I'll do that. I want to stop this podcast right now and go and do it.
Look at him.
He's nuts, isn't he?
No, I'm getting a Ryan Hurst tattoo.
He's fucking sick.
Yeah, he is.
He was so good in Sons of Anarchy as well.
And Christopher Judge. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
His voice.
Boy.
Oh, it's just he doesn't say that much, does he?
No.
Well, anyway, let's stop now because I'm getting carried away and I could just say so much stuff. We'll save it for next week. We could just run riot with God of War stuff. It's your show, so you do you. But
I don't know what else to talk about.
Well, we've got it all written down.
God of War, innit?
I know.
It's just God of War shit.
We filled it up with some other shit.
This is a cool one. I know you've never played it, but Control 2. Control 2 has been announced. Fucking sick game. Control is a fucking awesome game and it genre defining. The gameplay on it is fucking sick. You'd love it so much. I'm so annoyed that you won't play it just because you can't get immersed in it.
No, it's just not really.
So that looks like I was filming you then.
It's just not really for me. I've seen it and I've heard good things about it, but it just doesn't really interest me.
I think you would really enjoy it. Even the gameplay alone feels really fucking cool. And Remedy have come out and they've got fucking loads of projects, loads of things in the oven. And one of them, it was said as a multiplayer aspect, like sequel to Control 2, and they've now said it's a sequel. So I'm excited for that. There's absolutely no release date. Remedy have come out and they've said obviously it takes a lot of time, so we haven't really got anything to give you, which in turn means I haven't really got a lot that I can give you. However, for the people that are listening, if you played Control and you really liked it, get excited because Control 2 is going to be fucking sick.
I didn't want to double back, but I'm going to. How the fuck have they made God of War Ragnarok in 4.5 years? Like, this is where I think that... I don't know where I've come from. You must have said something that spiked this thought. But when people are like, it's the same animations.
Look at the wood. Look at the wood on just the graphics on it, man. The attention to detail.
Not
you can
that.
see the grain in the wood.
Yes.
It's mental.
But not that. When I say the same animations and things that people are moaning about, does that... They've already got the blueprint for what they made originally in God of War.
Yeah.
So they've got the foundations, so they can make the game 100 times quicker, surely, like they have. Because there's no way, starting from scratch with nothing, no pre-rendered animations like they had, and using completely new ones, would they make this in 4.5 years?
No.
God of War, the one they made, must have took... the 2018 version must have took longer than 4.5 years.
Definitely.
I would imagine.
Who's whinging about having the same animation?
They had before the game came out, didn't they? Everyone was going mad.
It's literally the same people in God of War.
Yeah, but
so
I'd prefer that.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah, I know you.
What animations would you want them to? What? So Kratos is going to be swinging an axe a certain way, and then in the next game, he's going to be swinging it completely differently with a different arm, or even his fucking leg.
People complaining about they got in the boat the same way and stuff like that.
Well, of course they fucking did, because they're the same people doing the same shit. They're not going to start changing that.
But these people that moan, my question to them is, would you not rather have a game of this standard, this length, this quality, every 4.5 years?
Yeah.
And have a few of the same animations? Or would you rather them go, do you know all that stuff we done? Scrap that. We're going to start again. It's going to take 8 years.
Yeah, but these are...
I haven't got that many years left. We had this discussion.
These are the
I might not see the next one.
These are the same people that claim Fortnite is their main game. You know what I mean?
Shout out Fortnite.
They go fuck themselves.
Stop adding Star Wars skins, you mugs. I ain't got the money for it.
The people that are whinging about God of War, they're the same people that whinged about The Last of Us Part 2. They're just whinging for the sake of having something to whinge about. There'll be some dumb prick at the end of God of War in a week, 2 weeks' time, on the PlayStation forums, on Facebook, whatever, going, I didn't think the story was actually that good. I preferred the other God of War. And they can suck a dick, because they'll be talking absolute shit. There's always people that are going to do it.
Well, I did today, didn't I? I told you I blocked someone.
Yeah.
Because he called me a very rude name, which I won't repeat. And he said, it's exactly the same as all the other God of Wars. I was like, well, no, it's not, is it? If it was exactly the same as all the other ones, it'd be a completely different game.
Yeah.
Might be similar to the last one. Obviously, it's the same story, same characters.
Exactly.
Nothing like the other 46 of them.
What did they want? If he, she, whoever the fuck they are listening to this podcast, they probably aren't.
Well, they won't. They're blocked now anyway.
But if they are, they can go fuck themselves, because you're talking out your arse.
Yeah.
Again, just whinging for the sake of whinging, and
anyway,
that's what you'll get.
We've gone back to God of War. Let's move on. Soz.
Maybe I don't want to move on.
I'm sorry. We have to. Save it for next week. We'll go buck wild.
This is what people want. This is what they want to be thinking about.
Oh, God of War.
We got the... Oh, yeah. There's not really much to talk about on it, though. It's just I wanted your opinion on it. The Razer controller. Razer have announced that they're bringing out a customizable controller for the PS5 specifically. And I can't remember what it was called. It's something V2. And it's got a price tag of $250, which is about 220 something quid, I think. Worth it?
I don't know. I know nothing about it. Razer's new PS5 controller costs half as much as the console itself.
Yeah, but so does the PlayStation controller, the one that they're bringing out.
From PC Gamer, Razer has announced a new high-end PS5 gamepad to compete with luxury offerings like Sony's upcoming DualSense Edge or Microsoft's Xbox Elite controller on PC. Razer's Wolverine V2 Pro
there you go.
has an eye-watering $250 price tag and includes the requisite rear paddle buttons and swappable thumb pads, while also boasting mecha tactile button switches and hyper-speed wireless through a special dongle, presumably to cut back on input latency, ? I mean, it essentially sounds like a SCUF control. And I suppose it just comes down to personal preference. Do you prefer SCUF? Do you prefer PlayStation? Or do you prefer this? I mean, it's an interesting looking...
It looks fucking horrible, doesn't it?
Design. It doesn't look like my cup of tea.
Stop bringing out controllers with the fucking analog sticks on separate fucking corners of the controller. The left-hand fucking analog stick is at the top left corner. And the right hand is at the bottom right corner. It doesn't feel good to play. As much as people going, yeah, no, it's the best controller. No, it's not. It's not. It looks like an Xbox controller. And they're fucking grim.
It's an odd design, isn't it? Is that a real picture of it?
Yeah.
It's an odd design.
It looks awful, doesn't it?
Well, just on that picture alone, no, it's not worth $250.
There's no curves to it.
If I saw that on your mantelpiece, I'd destroy your mantelpiece.
It's grim, innit?
Get that gremlin off there. That's disgusting.
Yeah, how much was
I don't want to look at it. Burn it.
How much was that Christmas
Kill it with
cracker
fire.
filler? You go, it's 250 quid. You go, fucking hell. Way too much money.
I'll swap you for this paper clip.
I think we're going to see a lot of custom controllers coming out. People trying to compete with things like scuff controllers, trying to sort of breach into that market. Because I think with, especially the new Call of Duty, there's going to be quite a few people with the new... Because you can use the scuff controller on PS5, can't you?
Yeah, if it's for PS5. But the one I've got, which my friend kindly gifted to me, was a PS4 one.
Yeah, so
I can use it on PS5, but only for PS4 games.
Yeah. So there will be people with the controllers that they can't actually use on the new console. So it sort of makes sense that there'll be more companies bringing out controllers for the current like new generation of consoles. But they all do the same fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just personal preference.
Who wants to plug a dongle in for their fucking controller? Who's worried about input latency that much?
All the sweaty Call of Duty players, which I am.
Adam
I'm just
Royce.
I'm not good enough to be. I'm not good enough to be that sweaty. I'd like to be. I'm just not good enough. So I'll try my very best. I would like to have a scuff control because when I used the PS4 one on the PS5, I was notably better. But yeah, like
250 quid worth of better.
I'm not buying like the price of a caravan holiday for a controller.
I've never been on a caravan holiday.
Yeah, they're all right, man. You snob.
No, I just don't want to sit in a fucking shed in a garden.
Well, you don't, do you? You don't. You just sleep in there. You go out and do other stuff.
Yeah, no. I won't be having that. I live in the countryside. I won't do that.
It's the journey, not the destination, bro.
Fuck the journey. With a caravan on the back. I went on the VR the other day.
Congrats. This is the next topic, by the way.
It was shit.
Terrible transition.
It was shit. Everything that I said in the I went on the VR the same day that we recorded our fucking shambles of episode 20.
Version.
Yeah.
Yeah, SpongeBob version.
SpongeBob SquareHead.
Fuck off.
I played on my VR after that episode. And yeah, everything that I said in that episode about the VR, not that you'll be able to fucking hear it, was right. It was fucking awful. It took us about an hour to set the fucking thing up, plugging all the wires in like an old style switchboard, putting all sorts of fucking cables into the back of the telly and the back of the PlayStation. Got to plug this box into this box, and this cable's got to go here. All the controllers aren't charged. Sony didn't provide two different controllers for two chargers for two different controllers, so I got to now charge one and then the other. Oh wait, this fucking cable isn't compatible with this, even though it is, but it actually isn't. It doesn't work, but it doesn't tell you that it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So you got to put a different cable in. It was fucking nightmare. Once we got it set up, headset weren't working. Turning it all on, headset kept disconnecting, kept flicking on, flicking off, constantly. It was the cable plugging in from the little shitty box you get. Weren't telling me that though. So it knew there was a problem, and it didn't decide to tell me that. So we were wrapping our heads around trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Anyway, sorted that out. Boring. It's boring. It's not. It's. I remembered exactly why I stopped playing it. Because it is just boring. It's nauseating. We played a bit of Beat Saber. I got a sweat on. It was all right, and you look like a twat doing it. It's just went straight back in the box. I was so over it that we thought for a minute when it weren't working that the headset itself was fucked, and I just didn't care. I just went, "Oh, it's fine." I said, "I don't use it. Just put it back in the box or throw it in the bin." I'm just not interested in it. And then I had a quick look on eBay. You can pick one up for like 60 quid. Like the full headset and everything. So if I'm pointing at you, wanted to try it, you can have it for. Why are you smiling?
Just carry on. Just listening to you rant.
It's just stupid. You'll have to try it someday. You'll have to try it out, and you can understand why I think it's shit.
I'm laughing because Jem's typing a text her saying, Reece said my hair looks square and laughed at my hair. And then I said, pain. And look at this fucking greasy hairball.
Show me that. Show me that picture of that. When did you take a picture of me?
Like 8 seconds ago. And that's what you're listening to. Hagrid.
We'll take Hagrid. He's a loved
Yeah,
human
I was
being.
expecting her to go a lot harsher than that.
Yeah, no. Weak.
Yeah, Hagrid. Yes, weak, innit?
Hagrid.
You gotta do better than that, Jem.
Hagrid
It's
is
pathetic.
weak. You know what I mean?
I was expecting you to come out with some fucking banter. I was gonna, like a tennis racket, bang, straight back at you. Have
yeah,
that.
no. It's just
Nah,
fuck all.
yeah, just
Open net and she's missed.
Yeah, you've won.
That's upsetting.
Cheers, babe.
Thank you.
Yeah, VR shit. Not interested.
No.
I'm sure there's a market for it someday. Just a long, long, long way off, I think.
I mean, it nearly caught us because we were looking through the store for like different things on. If you want to buy a music pack on Beat Saber, because they've added quite a few, like the cheapest one was like £7, £8 for like 4 songs. That's mental. It's far too much money. I was annoyed by that. But we nearly got suckered into buying other shit.
Beat Saber's good though. Yeah.
Beat Saber is fun. Yeah, I liked it. Where's the-
She's redeemed herself.
Yeah, I've had that one before.
You look like Joe Wilkinson.
Yeah, I've had that before. He's a funny geezer though.
Oh, he's ledge.
The
He's
worst
ledge.
one I've had is that I look like that geezer from Undateables.
I've never seen it.
I'm gonna have to find it,
That's cracking.
Never find it.
Well, let's not do it now.
No, because the next bit's yours. It's
Is it?
Warzone 2.0
Right.
and DMZ.
Warzone 2.0 and DMZ. Another reason why I'm rushing through God of War, but not really. Warzone comes out Wednesday, so I'm very excited. You look more like me. Warzone comes out Wednesday, so I've got Thursday off, so I'm going to have a good crack at that.
You got Thursday off?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Warzone.
Were you booking all this time off for all this shit?
Well, because this is my hobby. This is my second job, bro. I need to get the information out for the pod on Fridays.
I don't want a cold slice.
No, don't do it, man.
I
That's
was going to
grim.
have a slice of pizza, but it's cold.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. They had
Fucking stupid. Sorry.
it's attacking a pizza box.
Go on, Carol.
Thank you. They had streams a couple of days ago to reveal DMZ and Warzone. Well, not really reveal Warzone. We've already seen it, but they've changed a lot of things. Anyway, they revealed DMZ there, but it was just terrible. I was expecting like a Call of Duty event where they were going to be showing everything, explaining everything. They just went, nah, here's a bunch of streamers all in a room. They're going to stream it. We're not going to tell you anything about.
God.
We're not going to tell you anything about DMZ. They're just going to play it, and they're running around trying to play it like Call of Duty.
Bro, it's such a cheap marketing. Let's get the streamers to do it. Oh,
Yeah, but they did it well at the Call of Duty event when they showed Warzone 2. But they had a panel there. They was explaining it. They was cutting to Twitch streamers while they was there.
yeah.
It was done really well. That's what I thought they were doing again. But this time they were just like, no, go watch the streamers. They're streaming it, and but they're playing it like Warzone. It's not like that. You're supposed to be sneaking about, taking people out, like Tarkov.
Yeah. They won't do that though.
No, they're like bunny hopping around corners.
Streamers are all over for the kill. I'm fucking so sick of streamers, man. I'm so fucking done with them and this type of shit. They all play exactly the same way. They all get angry over the same shit. Stop using streamers as a marketing ploy to fucking... Especially on something like DMZ, when you need info. Because otherwise it will just flop. Will it not? What she said? You're smiling.
Yeah, I don't know where she's gone with that one.
Well, what's she saying? Where's she gone with that?
I don't know.
Is it because of my thick eyebrows?
I don't know. Well, I've got thicker eyebrows than you, so I
No,
wondered.
No, your eyebrows are further apart than mine.
No.
I have to pluck this monobrow.
Yeah, I shave it.
You shave it?
Yeah. Why
You
not?
fucking idiot. Well, because how often you have to shave it?
I don't know.
Well, actually, no, to be fair, going by how quickly the hair on your head grows, I'm sure the hair
it's
on
only
your
the top of my
eyebrow-
head that struggles, man. Give me a break.
So how often you have to shave your monobrow
I
then?
don't know. Whenever I feel like it. Whenever I feel.
What do you mean whenever you feel? Does it not grow back thick?
Yeah.
So what? See, that's why you don't shave it.
Oh, why? When is that ever going to be a problem to me? Unless I'm
Because now you
stranded
gotta-
on a
now you
desert
gotta keep shaving
island.
it.
Unless I'm stranded on a desert island with no razor, when am I ever going to go, oh no, look at this terrible monobrow
Yeah, but
I can't get
now
rid
you
of?
got to keep. What you do it with a razor? What, like a Bic,
What do you think I use?
like an electric shaver?
No, I'm a man.
So you.
I'm a man. I shave with razors.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're a man? You shave with razors?
That's what we do, innit? We shave with razors.
I use an electric.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just find it weird that you shave your eyebrows.
Why? You do.
I pluck mine.
No, that's weirder.
Why is that weird? It's quicker. It's more efficient.
It is not quicker. What? I go, I'm done. You're
yeah.
like, boing.
Yeah, but I pluck it.
Boing.
I don't pluck it that often, but it's
Boing.
only ever a couple. And go ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding.
see, well, anyway,
That's what that picture is
Yeah.
pointing fun
My-
at.
that's-
Is my eyebrows.
it's not because you can't even see in that picture.
So what's
The
she
best
pointing
part
fun at
of
then?
it
It's a
was-
fucking random woman.
Yeah, it's a terrible one. She should have left it where it was
Yeah.
with the other dude.
She's not
That's
doing
funny.
very good with this at
But
all.
yes, but what was funny is I see what she googled, and she googled big bushy celebs. That was funny.
What do you mean? Big bushy celebs.
Yeah,
Big. So she's making fun of my weight.
big bushy.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's what a terrible episode.
Back to DMZ.
Yeah, so they let all the streamers do it, and yeah, I didn't really give out any information. It looks a
waff.
little bit half baked. There was supposed to, from what we was told a while ago, what the leaks were, there's supposed to be like an economy system. So whatever you took out of the DMZ and took back, you could like sell on a marketplace like World of Warcraft, etc., and you could use your credits that you've earned from. Because you're going around, you're looting things like screwdrivers and toothpaste and whatever else, and you're selling it.
Yeah.
So that currency can be bought to buy blah blah blah. But we didn't see any of this market and stuff, if it's even in there. If they don't do stuff like that very quickly and give it a
It'll be
reason
dead.
to play, it will be dead. Because at the moment, all that is in there is the odd weapon skin and XP. People will just play Warzone because all the weapon skins are null and void. No one will care about them because they'll be buying things from the store and putting skins on.
I feel like it's a bit of a pointless addition to
I
the
don't
game.
think it is. I think it's the right addition, but they have to do it properly. And if that is all that's coming out is what we saw, then I don't think it's going to be good.
But I just feel like that's trying to bundle it all into one place.
They're just hedging their bets because I think I don't really know how you describe it, the Tarkov style shooter, extraction shooter,
Things
whatever
like
it is, that's going to be the next battle royale.
Yeah,
That's going to be the next big thing.
things like Warzone don't have an infinite shelf life. They just don't. And eventually you'll have your player base go from, let's say, 1 million people to 200,000 because the 200,000 people are the hardcore ones that are always fighting for that win and consistently get wins. And the other 800,000 are just playing it casually and got bored of it. That's what will happen. So I can see why they'd bring out something like DMZ because you're right. Things like Escape from Tarkov are quite popular and getting ever even more popular.
It's the next big thing, man.
So I can see it's just they're jumping into something, into the unknown. And it might pay off, it might not. If it doesn't pay off, it don't really fucking matter because they've already made a serious amount of dough. It's not like they're going to bankrupt them. But I think in turn, because they have something like Warzone, they're not going to be able to plumb as much time into DMZ because they've got a cash cow right there that's producing consistently and will do into the near and distant future, not forever.
It's quite sad, really, because the multiplayer Call of Duty, as much as there's a player base, it's dead. Call of Duty multiplayer will be dead. Games like that are dead because Battle Royale has come in and it has cannibalised
100%.
all of the multiplayer games because anyone
100%.
that plays them and plays them consistently and enjoys them now wants to play Battle Royale.
But
so
look,
it's stolen all of them players.
Yeah, look at things like Ground War. People aren't even playing the objective. They're just jumping in there to try and get as many kills as possible, treating it like a TDM, which they now treat like a Battle Royale. You're just trying to fucking kill everyone. You're not paying attention. Overwatch 2, people aren't paying attention to it's an objective-based game. And people are not paying attention to that and just want to get as many kills as possible. or if they're a healer, they're still trying to get as many kills as possible.
And quite
not
often
healing.
do. They come out with more damage than the.
Yeah, of course they
the
do.
attacking
But that's because they're so used to that style of game, and it will get to a point where games like that start catering towards that, because that's all that people want to fucking do is just keep killing each other and treating it like a battle royale.
It's quite clear with the new Call of Duty, they've tried to slow it down. So the biggest comparison I can make is what Rockstar did with Red Dead Redemption 2. Did you play Red Dead 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they slowed it right down. They made it all very deliberate, everything laboured.
Wait, I played a bit of Red Dead 2.
Well, you open drawers if you want to get an item out.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
open
yeah.
a drawer, you pick the item up. There's an animation for everything. Rather than just going over it, it goes clink in your inventory.
You actually have to do it all.
Exactly. So they've done that with this. You can't bunny hop round corners. You can jump round corners, but you can't bunny hop no more. You can't slide cancel.
Made it a bit more real.
Like when you're going to loot now, in Warzone you used to open a chest, all the loot used to just spit
Pop
out
out.
all over the floor.
Mm.
Now you have to go into the box, take the items individually.
Yeah.
You've got backpacks. You've only got limited amount of space,
Mm-hmm.
so you could carry. You can carry 6 grenades if you want, like 12 Semtexes or something. Whereas before you was always limited to 2.
Yeah, they've slowed it down.
Yeah, so they've slowed it down. They're deliberately doing that because I feel like they're trying to make it more of a military shooter, and they're trying to cater to the DMZ. I think they're trying to transition.
Well, they've just taken inspiration from things
Of
like
course.
PUBG
Of
with
course, they have.
with the bag space
Well,
and everything
more
like that.
Tarkov, because Tarkov has got that. They're trying to make. I think they're trying to have something to fall back on, or they're trying to think, well, if Tarkov becomes successful, we've got this, and we can build upon this mode, and we can nick. If Tarkov becomes like the next battle royale, and there's loads of Tarkov type games around, they'll know that Call of Duty already has one, and they'll just plummet all their resources into that quick. Let's make this massive, because we've already built it. It's there. The new Warzone map is built for DMZ. What everyone said who's a Warzone player, the whole thing, it's got AI on it now in Warzone. All that stuff is built for a DMZ mode, not Warzone. Not saying Warzone's not going to be good, but it's built with DMZ in mind. So they think that the priorities is shifting. So I like the idea. I just hope it doesn't die like Hazard Zone did in Battlefield.
I just don't know if the community is geared for that.
Not if they're going to run around jumping around like they did.
I don't know if they're set for that. It's such a different style of gameplay, especially something like Escape from Tarkov. It isn't just fucking running around and killing everything as quickly as possible and trying to get the most kills and blah, blah, blah. It is tactical. And I think...
It gives you that edge.
Yeah.
That fear. You don't want to lose your stuff.
I think things like Warzone and quite a few Battle Royales have numbed people to that and have made it easier. So it is just about running around and shooting and fucking bunny hopping everywhere. That realism of it, I think a lot of people will be turned away from it, like turned off, because they just won't want to fucking have to deal with that. And I think there'll be a lot of people that just won't be able to play it because they just can't. They're just not used to that style of gameplay. It's not fast-paced enough. It's why so many people don't play PUBG. Because you're in a 40-minute game and you might not see anyone until the very, very end. And then you get shot in the head.
But that suits some people. That suits me.
Fucking suited me and Mark. We loved it.
Yeah, I love it. I like me and Clarky always said, we like military shooters. We like... It hasn't got to be like ultra realism.
Like Armour.
Yeah, it hasn't got to go down that road. But I like... The thing is, people complaining about Warzone and the way it is now, because they can't bunny hop round corners and slide cancel stuff. And they're saying the skill gap's gone. I was like, it's not the skill gap. You've either got a scuff controller, so it's a lot easier for you to do this. You're on PC, or you've got so much time on your hands, you can just like, you've got the finger power to constantly.
But that's what
I'm chilled, man. I'd rather be the skill gap. You are better at controlling recoil than me. You've got better positioning awareness than me. You're better at reading the map than me in terms of getting the most advantageous position on the map. Not, I can jump around a corner, I can slide in, and that's not skill gap to me.
Yeah. People, this new COD, loads of people are whinging about that skill gap and and like skill-based matchmaking. If you don't like skill-based matchmaking, then you're a shit gamer. If you're whinging because you're not being placed with people that are of a lower grade skill than you are, and you're complaining because you've now got to go and you have to fight people who are the same, if not slightly better than you, so there's now a challenge that's been introduced and you're complaining about that, why the fuck are you on a multiplayer game?
I have to disagree with you on SBMM. Skill-based matchmaking.
Why?
Because I think it's got its pros. I think what you said has merit. But every now and again, it's good to go in and just be the best player and stomp. And I get that's not fair on people that aren't as good as you. But guess what? If I'm trying to get better, say I'm playing Call of Duty constantly, and that's the only game I play multiplayer, and I want to get better. I'm dedicate all my spare time to getting better at Call of Duty. And I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Put thousands of hours in. How do I know I'm getting better? I won't. Because I'm always playing people at my level. So that you can never see signs of your own improvement.
Then you need to introduce a rank system.
Yeah, there's absolutely. But because there is none, there can't be. If that's correct, what you're saying, 100%. But if you're just playing pubs because there is no ranked and there isn't in COD, which they are adding, by the way. But yeah, because they've never had that. So yeah, you never feel getting better.
I'll tell you what one of the big issues is with something like having a ranked lobby is that you may have people, whatever the fucking ranks, let's say Grandmaster is the top of a ranked lobby. There's absolutely nothing stopping you from being top of the ranked lobby and then joining an unranked lobby, and then you're with people that don't even play ranked.
Like
they're just casual
Apex,
gamers. And
Apex predators playing pubs.
And then you're fucking slaughtering. There needs to be some sort of form of system to prevent that from happening.
I agree,
because
100%.
But Call of Duty, World at War did that.
Maybe just be more flexible with the skill-based matchmaking.
Call of Duty World at War did that. They had boot camp. You remember that?
No, I didn't play them once.
Boot camp. So you, for level 1 to, I believe it was either level 1 to 10 or level 1 to 20, that was it. So the games that you played, the TDMs, the kill convert, whatever it fucking was, the highest level that you would be placed with is someone who's level 20. Once they surpassed that, or whatever level it was, those people would then be put into the open lobbies. And then it's fucking everyone v everyone. But those boot camps were only for new players. So you had a decent amount of time to be able to get to grips with the game, see how you are, what guns you like, all that type of shit. And then after X amount of rank ups, you were then thrown into the open world, the open lobbies, and you could play with everyone. And that was sort of quite a unique way to be able to, one, let people get used to the fucking game without being slaughtered constantly, and two, decide what they're decent at and give them a chance. You see what I mean? If you could introduce something like that, just to allow, maybe not stop the decent players coming into every lobby, but definitely allow the lower ranking people to get to fucking grips with themselves and then throw them into the deep end.
It is a hard one to balance because
proper difficult.
For example, Warzone, I was pretty good at it. Yeah, I was in the top 0.1% for kills at one point. I don't know if I ended up there, and I never really was particularly good. I was just probably a bit campy and stuff. We camped a lot, whatever. Sometimes we ran about, sometimes we camped. We did what we did. But either way, I was pretty good. But I'd say I'm better than average. Not much better than average, but I was better than average. And consistently, I'd get a lot of kills and we'd get a fair few wins. But then you stop playing it for a while. You go back, and I'm getting shit on all the time.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing. So I think, how about the people that play once a week, full-time jobs, don't get any time to themselves. They might jump on once a week. They're not going to want to play that because they're coming on and they're getting spanked all over the place.
Yeah.
So that is where I think, skill-based matchmaking works, because if I turn the game on and I'm playing against people that are just sliding around corners, jumping, and I'm just, I'm tunnel vision, I'm just camped in a corner, whatever, that's not going to be appealing. So they'll lose a lot of player base. So there does need to be a skill-based matchmaking in some degree. And like you say, I think ranked mode is the answer. But then, as you say, they'll just jump into pubs. But I don't know. At least you got the opportunity to to not just get smacked about all the time.
I think I'm more annoyed because of the amount of streamers that are whinging about it.
Oh yeah, I think
Skill-based matchmaking.
I think you're just annoyed in general because you're an angry man. Anyway, your show, but I feel like we've wrapped up Warzone DMZ.
We have pretty much
And
we wrapped up the fucking podcast pretty much.
Pretty much.
I'm desperate for a piss.
Yeah, I really need a piss, and I think Steph's looking out the window. I think she's like, "Where's my partner?"
She just texted me,
Hurry up,
saying, "Are we still recording?" She's going to let the dog out, and she was like, I don't want the dog to bark and ruin the podcast.
No,
like a dog barking is going to ruin this recording. I'm
farting and burping.
I've checked it a million times throughout this podcast, but I'm still paranoid that it's not recording through the fucking microphones. I'm quitting this podcast if we end this episode and I play it back and it's all fucking wavy and whistly.
You might not even hear this shit.
Yeah. What did she say?
Well, I'll do your job for you because you're busy. Next subject is what we've been playing.
It is just what we've been playing, and it's a very, very simple one. It's God of War.
And that's also what I'll be playing tonight.
I've just been waiting.
Also, I've been playing DayZ.
You've been playing DayZ?
Yeah. Leading up to God of War, I was getting annoyed on Call of Duty.
And what is that like?
Bored of leveling guns up. And I love watching DayZ on YouTube. I feel like watching DayZ episodes on YouTube is like better than watching The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It's genuinely a better...
That's fucking bright torch coming through.
Genuinely a better experience because Walking Dead's very stale. Anyway, had an itch to play it, jumped on, ran around for about 15-20 minutes in the pitch black, found a road, followed it, went down to a house, found some beans, ate them.
Yep.
Carried on running, couldn't find anything for ages, saw another man, chased him, couldn't find him, he disappeared. Started raining, got really cold, got swarmed by zombies, died.
Yeah.
Turn it off. I thought I had a bloody good time. Genuinely.
That is the DayZ experience.
And it's something about it.
Yeah.
It's so unique.
Just running around with fuck all on trying to find a can of tuna.
It's so unique. Honestly, what a game that really is. And it's like my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
It's a game I always go back to and just... I know what I'm doing, but not to the level like the YouTubers do.
I ain't got a fucking clue.
I have, but not to the level like Clarky got really good at it.
Yeah.
I went at work because there's an app you can download that's got like all the maps on it. Because all the map is in... You can't just pull up a map on DayZ. There's no map system.
Yeah, you need to...
You have to look at road signs.
Yeah.
And Clarky had like all the maps on his phone. He was at work, like on his lunch break and that. He was planning out his routes, where he was, getting into it, writing things down. Like that's the sort of level I like getting into sometimes.
I could barely understand how to save the game and keep your character for when you logged back in.
Yeah, you just had to log out, yeah.
I could barely understand that. I think it's one of them where if you can play that shit on console and be good at it, you're good at everything.
I wish I could find that clip.
Because I ain't got a fucking clue.
It's been deleted for some reason. I think it was on the PS4.
I know the clip you
I will never, ever forget as long as I live. Ran into a building, me and Clarky. It's really long building. It's one floor, long building, loads of rooms on the left. I'm at the end of the building in the room on the left looking for stuff. Obviously, there's proximity chat in DayZ.
Yep.
We're geared. We got like army gear on. We've been playing these characters for a while. We finally found each other, which is a mission on its own. Trying to find each other is almost impossible for us.
Fucking difficult, yeah.
So we've been to the army base. We got guns. We got bullets. We got army gear. We're pretty geared, and it takes a long time to get to that point. And I'm looting. Clarky's keeping watch at the door. He's like, oh, shit, someone's here. The door opens, and obviously, say when you die in DayZ, we're not in a party chat.
Yeah.
So when you die in DayZ, you your voice just cuts off because you're dead. Like it's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm thinking, and I see Clarky go, oh, well, someone's here. Door opens. Clarky goes, hello, mate. You're like, whoa. He's got a gun. And then I hear the gunshot.
He's got a gun.
He's got a gun. No, he said, he's got a gun. Don't shoot. And then he shoots him, and he's dead. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, fuck. Oh, fuck.
I've lost him. I'm on my own.
Yeah. So I panicked. What did I do? Logged out. Takes 15 seconds.
Oh.
I sat in that room. Your character sits down while it's logging out. 14, 13, 12. I
Terrifying.
can hear him
Yeah.
running around. I got out.
Yeah.
I got Clarky on the party chat. I was like, he was like, he fucking shot me. No, that's what he said. Sorry, he was like, he's got a gun. Oh, he shot me. And then that was when it cut
And then
out.
he was dead.
And he was dead.
Oh, he shot
He
me.
shot me. I
upsetting.
wish I still had that on video. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
If I could get to grips with that game, I would be just like
man.
that person. I'd be kill on sight.
Oh yeah, that's what they do, bro. I
100%.
try to make friends, bro, but that's not the way to play it.
The thing-
Anyway,
I think-
one day we will take you into the wilderness of Daisy because it is so good.
Yeah, the last
So
time
good.
I played it, the only person I come across put a rope round my neck and just dragged me around.
Yeah,
I just fucking turned it off.
You can take-
I'm sick of this.
Take you as prisoners.
I just couldn't get out of it. I didn't know what was going
I was
on.
running with a couple of people. I don't know who they was. South African dude and some other guy I was playing with for a while, and they were like trying to teach me the game and stuff. And yeah, one day they was like, chase him. Found this guy in a town running around, so we chasing him, and they caught up with him. They're pointing their gun at him like, put this rope round you or whatever. He's put the rope round him. He's put tape over his mouth. When you put tape over someone's mouth and they're
It
trying to
muffles
talk,
their voice.
yeah, well they've got a cycle helmet on.
It's
You can't
crazy,
hear
innit?
them through their mic. It's weird, man. But yeah, they was like, he's like, where you from? He was like, South Africa. He's like, all right, me too, all right. All right, South African. He's like, that might have just saved your life. he's like, let me look in your pockets. He's had a look in all his inventory. He's like, tell you what, we're just gonna take this and we're gonna let you live.
Yeah.
We literally let him live because he says South African as well.
Yeah.
Oh, great game.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'll have
silly.
to jump into it.
Oh, honestly,
at
it's
some
really
point.
fun. It really is fun.
So,
But
yeah.
yeah, Clarky's the DayZ guru, so I'll have to have him walk us through it. But yeah, DayZ and God of War. Hopefully, God of War will be finished by Sunday night. I'd like to finish it tonight, but it will never finish because I'll keep going for platinum. But
I will have it finished by Monday. I can assure you of this. It will be done.
I just can't wait till all the stories are done and we can just talk openly about it.
I agree. We're going to leave it there. Oh, God. This pizza is fucking killing me. This is disgusting. And annoyingly, these are decent farts that are exiting my arsehole, and the microphones won't pick them up as well as I can hear them.
Never waste.
And right, we're fucking off. See you later. Uru.
Oh, right.